Hello, hello, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you see this. Welcome. In this video, I'm going to take you guys through a May energy update. We're going to read the forecast of the energy that streams through this message. As always, take what you love, take what resonates, leave the rest. This is a collective read. And yeah, what's going on? My name is Stormie Calder. I'm a high performance life and spiritual coach. And I help people unlock their potential in this lifetime, to understand the soul and to unlock that really juicy magic sauce that we each have. It's a combination of our soul, our human vitality, and our primal life force. If that's your vibe, go ahead and subscribe. I also have a free enlightenment training, How Enlightenment Works. It's a 2-part masterclass. You can check that link out in the description below. That's pretty new. And I also have, for you guys as we get going here, the Source Code Framework is my monthly membership program where I teach you guys actively ascension. I teach you shamanism. I teach you magic. I go through energy updates. I share so many different posts, curations. You get private podcasts with me, things that are going on as far as like energy readings. I'm actually going to be uploading a private podcast around how to balance yourself when life is really chaotic. Because I think one of the things I've really mastered is being able to come back into balance, into my core source frequency daily through the day, and to allow everything to move very freely. So those of you that are in the program, that one is coming for you. If you're interested in that, any of that, you can have the entire vibe and enjoy that process with me. That's a really beautiful way you can work with me. If you're interested, the link is in the description below. I also have some incredible bonuses through May 5th, so go check that out. One of the bonuses, if you pay in full for the program through the end of the year, is I will give you a complimentary one-to-one intuitive session with me, which are life-changing, by the way. Okay. Let's kick off for May. Happy May, friends. I'm excited to check out the energy for the month because I actually haven't dived into it yet. I'm going to use some oracle cards to facilitate here. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, a beautiful kickoff to your month. May it be prosperous. May you find yourself and discover your true, authentic value. Okay. I don't know why, but I'm already a little nervous today, and I never get nervous. So that might be a first indication of the energies that are coming through for the month. Is like it's like a giddy, like it's exciting. It's exciting. And I think that's a nice shift from the previous months we've been going through, have been all really like shadow oriented and working through dynamics of power. So I'm already excited, kind of feeling into this vibrational frequency of May with my guides here. I asked for a few words as well before I popped on, and the words they gave me, which we'll dive into as we go kind of in depth here, were resourceful, Shambhala, which is like the kingdom of heaven in Tibetan lore, and maverick. So we'll be diving into that. Okay, so I'm just going to center for a moment, feel out some of this energy, see if there's an initial message, and then I'm going to start pulling some cards, and we will start running for the month. So thank you for joining me, you guys. Sharing is caring, but only when you're daring. Sharing is caring, but only when you're daring. When you're daring enough to share how you care. That can be taken into a number of different contexts or understandings. How do you care? The first aspect of that energy is self-care. How do you care for the self? Are you daring and bold enough to claim what you want, to claim your desires, and to actually go on the offense to go get them, to allow them into your life? Projecting the frequency of belief and positive expectation from your heart out into the universe as you move through this month to create the life you wish to see, rather than fall into the contextual default patterns that you have running in your subconscious belief patterns. This is really about waking up every morning and saying, what do I see? What do I want to see? And how do I work with the process of creation, which is the energy we are given every day. We are all given a certain amount of soul energy, a certain amount of creation-based energy. Many of us use that creation-based energy on default to continue decay patterns. You can think about that just as like patterns of negativity, negative thinking, but we can actually choose in the morning to wake up and say, I wish to create. And then you have to create an intention. So what do I wish to create today? That involves being able to see clearly what you want and then to move towards it and create with it, with prayer, with your higher power, with your higher self, with your most high frequency that says, this is what I wish to create, show me how. And it's constantly about coming back into that balance daily, and do this as a practice for the next 30 days and make a habit of waking up in the morning and saying, what do I see? What do I want to create? And work through creating it. It could be as simple as creating a mood for the day, a happy day. It could be as simple as seeing creative opportunities that get you inspired and motivated to create something, quite literally. It could be as simple as I create a state of calmness so that I don't get in my way today. And even that would be enough. But it's focusing the energy on what do you want to create. And they're showing me the third eye having a laser focus. It's like bringing your focus into creation. What do I want to create for my life today in general? What do I want to create? And it's almost like the energy for May. It's very pleasant. It's nice. It's like you're getting on the train. Typically, my guides always call this the bullet train, but they're not showing it like a bullet train right now. They're actually showing the energy. This is so beautiful. They're showing it almost like a trolley, and it's like, you can't miss it. You're just like, not even slowly getting on it, but it's like a saunter. These are the energies that are stepping forward. It's like, you're like, oh yeah, I do want that. Okay, cool. You like buy your ticket, you get on the train, and it's like a trolley ride. It's like a trolley ride through creation, through the month of May. They're saying to relieve us of the madness of what we've all been going through, and to collect. There's like a collection energy. When you get on this train, it's about collecting your resources, collecting your resourcefulness, collecting the good thoughts, collecting the good ideas, collecting the seeds that are starting to emerge that you've been planting for the last 6 months. There's almost a sitting back in this energy. What we need to focus on is the focus. It's the ability to cut through the fog of the illusion of the mind to then see the reality, which is that pleasant garden, like in the mind. It's the pleasant harvest. It's the pleasant, what am I creating? You're creating a garden. The garden is already here. It's already present. What can you notice about the garden of what you've already created? Where we really struggle, and this is where we're releasing the struggle for the month, is that the mind creates storms. The mind creates static. The mind creates disbelief, and we can't see our own garden and how easy it is to pick the flowers, to pick the veggies from the garden, to just like lay in it and enjoy the presence of that pleasure, of knowing that we're on the right track when we're stuck in the mind. So there is a release of the mind. They're saying the word moksha to me, which is Sanskrit for liberation. It's like allowing yourself to step aside from the mental construct that you create daily that's like just a storm of negativity. And the moment that you realize, and they're saying to do this every morning, the moment that you realize you can just choose to disconnect from the static, to disconnect from the negativity, you can step onto the pillars of your creation. You can step into your source frequency. You can step into your home and allow it to be easy, and pray through however you do that, just a release by saying like, higher power, like take these negative thoughts from me. Like, I get that my mind works on overdrive and creates a lot of shit that I don't want to deal with, that I have to deal with every day because I create it. And I'm asking for forgiveness for that which I couldn't see, which is the Garden of Eden that I'm already in. My own personal paradise, my ability to lackadaisically walk through reality and enjoy what I've already created. a lot of those creations we can't even see because we're stuck in the mental construct of the storm of our own consciousness of the mind that's holding us back. Really, it's just negative thinking, and it's constantly reverting to, I mean, I hate to be this positive, but it is, I don't hate it, but it's, you know, it's like so simple. If it's a negative thought, ignore it. If it's a fear, it's not real. Could it be real? Yeah, if you feed it, but it doesn't have to be real. So there's a real steady observation this month, and I'm also hearing a focus on a simple meditative practice. The meditation for this month to help you clear the way is the thoughtless mind. And this could be as simple as a 5 to 7 minute meditation in the morning where, you know, my guides don't usually do this with me, so this is really perfect for you guys. Normally my guides are focused on like, what do you want to see? And what they're saying here is that the focus is on clearing the mind and then deciding what you see. So the clearing the mind focus for a meditation is your typical, like, sit back into meditation, allow the silence, allow the quiet, and just whatever thoughts are running through the frequency, see them, observe them, and release them. Like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's an interesting thought. Huh. And it's important to know that you are not your thoughts. You're the consciousness behind your thoughts. If you think about your thoughts like the sky will have clouds that go through it. You are the sky. The clouds are the thoughts. When we have a lot of collection of negative thinking, negative thoughts or expectations, they start to create storm clouds in our sky. Where we run into trouble is by identifying our personality and our ego with those storm clouds. So you're like, I'm that. And then you can't see anything else. And it's like, no, sweetheart, you are the sky. Clear the sky out and you'll realize that yes, storms are moving through. They're moving by. Yes, there are lightning bolts maybe striking over there. And or there are just clouds in the sky. There are just things that cloud your consciousness or your mind. But it's more about releasing the idea that you could even be clouded, or that you could even be cloudy, or that your mind could even create negativity. Because the truth is, your mind is the sky. Your mind is not the weather. Your mind is the sky. Your consciousness is the full vast opening of the perception of what is being observed. So through May, this is a nice, gentle awakening, okay? Through May, the focus is on how can I perceive accurately by just allowing myself to perceive my own weather patterns, to perceive my own mental thought frequencies, to perceive my thoughts in general, whether negative or positive. And if you like them, great. If you don't like them, great. Actually, the focus is just to allow it. And in that process of allowance, your higher power will step in and reorganize your thoughts to feed you the sort of weather patterns that you appreciate more, which generally speaking are going to be positive expectation. Sunny skies. Birds. I don't know if you guys can hear the birds in the background here, like birds in the skies, like focusing on the pleasantry of a clean and opened mind space. And if you do that daily, when your mind is clean and open, it's really easy to see what's already growing. It's really easy to see what's pleasant. And it's really easy to, they're saying chase after the pleasantries, but it's more like your inner child, which is a large aspect of your soul, is like starting to see the little butterflies. And it's like, oh, I have a butterfly net. Like, let me go, let me go hang out with the butterflies. I'm going to go chase some butterflies down for the joy of chasing the butterflies down. What does that look like for you guys more mentally? It's like whimsical thinking, allowing the whimsical thinking, flowing with the whimsical thinking, because the whimsical, playful thoughts are not a distraction and they're not a deterrent. They're your higher power's way, source consciousness's way of leading you through your mental thought matrix. Because thought, time, and energy are not linear, you might think it's a whimsical distraction mentally, but it's actually getting you on your life purpose. It's actually just gently rearranging your energy to like have a nice, sweet, soft landing on a cloud mentally. And what I'm being shown for May is that mental focus, I'll call it focus. The focus is on the clearing, on the relaxing. It's not like hard focus, it's whimsical focus. The focus is just like not allowing clouds and storms to catch your attention and grab onto you and pull you into them. That's not the energy for the month. It's about allowing the whimsical thoughts to take you through to the next place you need to go, to bring you the inspired insight, to bring you the inspired idea, to bring you the motivation. The motivation this month is not a grin in, bear it, get determined, blast through. That's not May. That's June. That's what I'm hearing. That's June. Okay. This is a portal month that's opening up. It's like a transition. We're in transition right now between alchemical states energetically. So the last several months have been a lot of purging, a lot of reconciliation, a lot of shadow work, a lot of grit. That's not going away. That will be coming back in another wave. But through the next 30 days, we're being given kind of a clearing, like, okay, clear that now. Allow that energy to just kind of dissipate. It did what it needed to do. This is a nice saunter onto the next determination path where you will be in a more mavericking state that will require more perseverance. But they're saying the windfalls you're all asking for, no matter where they are or what they are in your life, are going to come as a result of you being pleased with where you are now. Because the truth is that the storms of life and the transmutation never stops. It's constant. And if you don't take the time in between those transmutation periods, those big transformations, you're going to feel like you're just constantly on overdrive. And it creates a level of spiritual burnout and personal development burnout. And they're saying there's another wave coming, and it's an intense wave. And don't look at that and be like, oh my gosh, it's going to be intense. Don't even look at it. Just focus right now on the day-by-day experience of saying like, wow, okay, I get to relax through my experience right now. I get to find my way through walking on the easy path. They're showing me the path. It's like a yellow brick road going through the forest. And you already know where you're going. Spirit already knows where you're going. You just left behind the chaos and the turmoil. Like you already left the previous path. Oh, you're moving through the threshold. You're gonna get a guardian on the way too, whether it's me or someone else. Of people in your lives. You will, generally speaking, you're gonna be assigned a guardian to get you through the next threshold, which is in June. They're saying that very loudly. You will be assigned a guardian to get through the next threshold. The truth is that the next threshold is a holding pattern for what many of you are actively looking to create. And the threat that many of you are detecting, which is creating the negative thinking, is that you might miss the gate. The truth is that you can only miss that gate if you continue that crazy purge process through. You have to relax. If you relax, you stay present, you get out of the negativity of the mind, and you just take the whimsical process of play that is moving through May, you will naturally align yourself to the higher destiny timeline track for yourself. And this is what's happening at the collective frequencies. We're being led. They're showing me like cattle, but it's like we're like or like sheep. We're being shepherded. We're being led into the God path. The word they gave me earlier was Shambhala. You're being led into the Shambhala. You're being led into, I could call it Nirvana, but it really comes through as Shambhala. It's the kingdom. And there are so many ways we can translate that, right? Depending on what you follow. It's your kingdom. It's your paradise. Whatever paradise means for you. Whatever kingdom means for you. The bullies will stay away when you, hold on, say that again. The bullies will stay away when you save space for your awakening to be a pleasant space. For your awakening to be in pleasantry, in whimsy, and in play. Most awakenings don't look like that. That's why they're sending this message through me. This is something I've been working through for a long time now, is understanding how awakening can be easy, how it can be pleasant, how we can move from one state of matter to another state of matter without creating chaos and drama in the way. Walking through the stages of life patiently, because there is no rush. There will always be something chaotic. Can you root in your faith in knowing that the path less traveled is actually easy? Do you guys want me to pull cards, or do you want to keep streaming? Let your mantra for this month be, let it be easy. Let it be made easy for me. Let God, the universe, higher power, source, my soul do the heavy lifting for me. Let soul take over the destruction for me. Let soul clear the path for me so that I can see clearly and enjoy walking into this next chapter, this next elevation, this next evolution. Evolution is never easy, but it can be. And that's where we want your focus to be on, is the path of destruction, the path of the purge can be handed off to your higher power, but you would have to be willing to be in whimsy like a child. That's not to have an immature way of thinking. It is to choose presence day by day. As a daily practice, choose presence. What does that mean for you guys? It's about not obsessing over the past, not obsessing over the future tripping, not worrying incessantly, not thinking that your personal development has to be like, oh my God, I have to journal, and then I have to meditate, and I have to do this, just so that everything lines up so that I can be okay. Spirit's like, just let it be okay. You will not get it wrong so long as you just let it be. Just move through the month like a gentle wave. It's coming through as an air frequency. I know, gosh, what season are we in? Taurus. It doesn't feel like that though. It feels like a really gentle breeze. The energy of the month is a gentle breeze, which is why they're saying don't make it anything crazy, because the energy actually isn't here for that. Spirit will naturally just take away the obstacles. The obstacles are mostly mental. They're created based on projections of what we've all been living through for the last 2-3 years, which has been a lot of mental purging. So what I'm hearing is don't attach to the way things have been done in the past mentally. This is actually a really easy clearing right now. But you might try to project into your space, into your mental space, into your thought frequency, into your consciousness. Well, it's been hard before, so I'm going to continue working this hard mentally. And it's like, actually, you need to mentally relax and allow yourself to be led and just brought forward. It's very mental, but in the most positive of ways. Okay. June is a whole new beast, is what they just said to me. June is a beast. Just a beast. You need to be prepared for what's coming. And that preparation is not being scared. That preparation is allowing yourself to really relax through this month. It's not to not do the work. You're going to be doing the work on your personal development or anything else in your life. You're still moving forward. You're just moving forward at in a paced way. in a relaxed way so that when June arrives, you're ready. There's a real sense of readiness. They're also showing this to me like a race. For those of you that are athletes, even, they're bringing up the athlete archetypal card. I think I had it on the bottom. Maybe I'll just pick it up. Yeah. You're about to enter a race. That race begins in June. So before you start any big athletic race, whether it's like a marathon or a sprint, or I used to row crew in high school. So like before we did our races, you're not trying to race the day before the race. You'd be exhausted by the time you get to the race. Like if you want to race and you want to win, there's an understanding that there's a portal gate. There's an event that's about to happen. That event is this race, okay? That's going to be something different for each and every one of you, obviously. I don't know what that is, but this is the big portal opening. So you're about to enter your race. That race has been chosen by you. You want it. Like they're bringing it back to the athlete. Like athletes aren't forced to do things. I was not forced to row crew. You know, like it was a choice. It's a choice to be in performance, to be in high performance because you want to perform, because you want to win. And the winning is less about the competition of others and more about your own focus on winning what you're here to create by the end of the year. You have chosen this race. They're saying the choice because a lot of you are, in terms of personal development, spiritual development, are thinking, okay, I'm forced into this again. Like I have to do all this shadow work, all this purging work to get to the thing. And Spirit's like, no, you have chosen this race. You selected the race. You said, sign me up. I want to run this marathon, which means it's going to be exciting. But the truth is, before any race, there has to be downtime because you need to be able to enter the race with your full capacity, with your full performance, with your full power. If you over-exercise and overperform before race day, when you show up at race day, you will be exhausted and you will not have the energy that you need for the performance that you want with the power that is necessary. If you want a lot of power in June, which is what you will need, then you need to do, what's it called? Like a gentle active recovery through May. You're not pursuing through May. You're actively recovering through May so that when June's here, when June enters and June is ready, you're like, I'm at full power, baby. I am ready to go. I am ready to sprint. They're telling me June is a dead sprint. How long is that dead sprint? 2 to 4 weeks. It's literally June. June is a dead sprint. Interesting. Do we want to open that up more? Or you want to cover May some more? they're like, not too soon. Not too soon, Stormie. Not too soon. Okay, we'll get to June when we get to June. They're just giving you the precursor. June is race day, all right? So May is hydration. May is relaxation. May is get the lactic acid out of your muscles, which is just reducing the mental thoughts and allowing them to pass. May is active recovery. Keep yourself well nourished, hydrated, self-care. Don't overdo it. Why'd you guys say that? Oh, they don't want you swinging in the other direction. It's not that May is a relaxed month. It's not that you can just sit back. That's not quite the energy. This is I'm reading a real gray territory right now. It's that May is active recovery on the way to race day. Okay, so keep your mind on the prize. Your mind has to be on the prize. You have to know that you're racing. Don't just be like, oh, this is a relaxing month. No, it's a month of preparation to get you into the race. So your mind has to be on the race, but not obsessive on the race to the point where you're overdeveloped and using all of your power before you get to race day, because then you'll have no power left because you actually need to perform. June is a dead sprint. You need to perform. They're not giving me more on that. Just know that it's a high performance month. Big shots that will feel easy because of how you're preparing through this month. Is there anything else you guys want to share with us? May is about a winning streak. Allow yourself to have the little wins. Many, many, many little wins. Just collect them. Collect the wins. Collect the good friendships, the good conversations, the good thoughts, the good memories. Anything that's good, collect it up. And allow that to feed you. Spend time in nature. Allow nature to feed you. It's less about the performance of what am I getting, what am I doing, how am I working my personal development, and it's more just allowing your personal development to match to itself. So like, let's say you're in nature, you're doing a little meditation or just relaxing by a tree. Honestly, just being in that relaxed state, in that presence, opens up the new energy in a way that feeds you, where the personal development is just like collected and taken care of and done through like gentle aha moments, as opposed to like, I don't know, journaling for days and having to grill your subconscious mind to finally break through. Like, it's not the finally breakthrough energy. It's like oh wow, like I'm allowing these patterns and they are producing my enlightenment for me, so that when June comes, I'm just gonna take all the shots. I'm gonna take all the shots. And it'll feel easy because I will have given myself the time and space to collect my thoughts, to understand who I am and what I've been through in a gentle way. No more antagonizing yourself into pain to create growth. Gentle. It's gentle. Gentle awakening. Okay? Gentle spiritual awakening. What else do we need, Spirit? Okay, so they're saying pull 2 cards and have those cards be the awakening for you guys. Can you tell me what decks? Ooh, okay. Can I pull more? I want to pull more. Okay, they're saying to start here. Okay, so they said pull 2 cards. We've got gossip and defense. If you guys missed one of the last live streams I did, we were talking about Scorpion energy, so this is clearly a continuance of that energy. This is vampiric energy. So what you need to, where the focus is right now, is relieving yourself of any sort of energy vampires, emotional vampires, anyone bringing their drama to you, their chaos, their complaining, you complaining. As long as you keep yourself clear on your own path through May mentally, you will enter your race in June with clarity. What would keep you back from that, and or like really what Spirit is saying, what you need to be alert to, is that these are the attack patterns from the darker forces, okay? And that's anything coming up against you. The attack patterns are gossip. Another way of looking at gossip, this is a form of black magic. This is mental magic, mirror magic, where people want to, and I'm going to explain the pattern. So what people do is they think about you behind closed doors, or even to you, or at you, or talk about you in such a negative way that it sends energy projections, psychic projections, to your energy field. This is what I refer to as black magic. A lot of people do it unconsciously. Once those projections reach your energy field, if you are not clear mentally, it creates a stickiness in your pattern where their judgments become your karma. That's black magic. You need a strong defense. You need a strong defense mentally to release any mental thought forms that are not yours. They're coming from other people. There are mass groups of people. I'm seeing this across everyone. So at everyone in their lives, probably the shadow archetype of the collective is so aggravated right now that people that are just working in the unconscious, that are just unconscious, are just talking a lot of shit about everyone. And the brighter you are, the more it comes to your frequency, and it can stick to us. That's what black magic is. That's what psychic attacks are. It's other people thinking negatively about us or thinking negatively to us or sending their judgments to us that are really for them, and they don't want to deal with psychological patterning and behavior. So what they do is they project that energy onto someone else. And if we take it, it becomes ours. And the only reason why we would take it is we would think negative. We would think in really negative ways about ourselves. Self-doubt, self-deprecation. Self-doubt is a big one. The more you release the negativity from your mind, again, just like a daily simple practice of meditation, of allowing your mind to be pretty thoughtless, just like see the thoughts moving like clouds in the sky and just acknowledge them and be like, that's nice, and just let them go until you clear your mind, and then move forward with your day, will clear and it'll create a level of defense, and it'll clear those gossipy energies or what other people are sending to you as psychic attacks. The only way they can trip you before race day at this point is by tripping you mentally, so that you trip yourself before you enter your high performance state. Gossip is the attack strategy for dark forces right now. It's moving through the collective thought frequencies. Even some good people will think in terms of this too, because it's what are they falling to? It falls to the shadow, it falls to the unconscious. Do your best even not to judge them for their BS. It's just like, have your defenses up strong. These are mental defenses. You're being uplifted into mental strength with spirit, which is what this athlete card was. It's like, know what you're preparing for. Have your focus on where you're going. You're getting ready for race day. Don't allow this stuff to interfere with you. It's just, there's going to be a lot of interference, but you can literally accept none of it. You can literally just stay focused. Eye on the prize. What's my prize? Where's my focus for June? Like, I don't need to pay attention to anything anyone else is slinging at me, sending to me. Their thoughts of me are none of my business and not part of my reality. That's something you can write down and say. Make no mistake, this is not a frequency of destitution. This is a frequency of revolution. Destitution is the idea that you could get swept up in these negative thought frequencies that people are sending you. This black magic, mental thought magic. The revolution. Okay, tell me more about revolution again. The revolution is understanding that you're meant for more. You're entitled to more. You're entitled to have more. Part of being entitled to have more is by saying, no more war. I will have peace in my core source frequency. Even when people bring you war to your door, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, you just say, that's yours. You can have that. I'm checking it out the door. You want war with me? You want conflict? You want, like, fine. You can have it, but you're not gonna have it with me. Like, you can have your bullshit, but it's over there. I'm going to stay at peace. I'm going to maintain my own core source frequency, my own frequency of alignment, my own soul, my own solar power. Go sit in the sun, you guys. It's an interesting frequency today because it's like, it's coming in higher waves, and I'm having to ask them to translate. They're calm and steady, but they're like requiring translation from me, which means they're not as like avidly available at the mental thought frequency and the mental collective. So you have to like search for spirit. Allow spirit to be the sole provider of your thoughts. Pray to have good thoughts. Pray to see good things. Pray to focus on where you're going, not where you've been. Pray to see more than what you think you're worthy of, what you think you're deserving of. Pray to see more. Pray to pursue your dreams, not from the place of having to grit and like having to do it from a level of really high levels of perseverance, but from more of the place of like allowing spirit to move the obstacles out of the way for you so you can effortlessly and easily see what the dreams are and move towards them and pursue them in that way, to just choose them. Pursuit right now is choice. Choose. And you can't see the choices if you're stuck in other people's mental thought patterns. So release other people's mental thought patterns, release all negative thought patterns for yourself, or they're not truly yours, they're really from other people's projections that get like kind of stuck to you. And allow yourself to choose what you want and then to just naturally pursue it. You pursue it through the act of claiming it, through the act of choice. I claim this. I claim this today. I want this today. I've also been seeing so much, the numbers in my group stream here have been like so, it's been like 12, 12, 14, 14, 11, 11. So there's lots of double numbers. So it's very balanced. The energy for this month is balanced between the shadow and the light, which means you get to walk the center path. You get to walk the balanced path. Your core source frequency needs to be maintained to walk that center and balanced path. Your core source frequency is something, I go into this in depth in source code. It's about maintaining your energy in alignment with your human personality, your primal power and instinct, and your naturally led source flow. Understanding and intuiting the messages that intuition and spirit gives you day by day to follow what I call the mana, to follow the flow of source daily without over attaching to the outcome of when is this going to pay out, when is this going to look good, when it's like just follow step, 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 step. But those steps have to be taken in alignment. They have to be taken from a relaxed mindset. They have to be taken from a heart that's open, but not so open that you're being attacked by others. So you are defensive, but you're not like, you're not forwardly defensive. You're not saying like fuck off to people. You know, you're just like, I got my peace. I'm at peace. I'm peaceful. I pray that anything not for me is gently released and taken from me with grace. Yeah, this is literally on theme, what we've been saying. I pray for clarity and divine guidance. I pray to see a better way through and to trust it. And I pray to see the way through. Okay, let's link these messages back because this was such a clear. Okay, hold on. Let anything that's not yours be taken away. Okay, thoughts, emotions, baggage, trauma dumping, drama dumping. Just kindly say no and be done with it. You're praying for clarity and guidance to see the way through and to trust the better way through. You are being given an option this month. It's like two parallel paths where you get to choose what's the better way through, which timeline is actually best for me. And you're going to be given many options through the month. They want to exercise choice with you. You're going to be exercising choice with your soul. So your soul's going to give you many options that will feel like this or this or this or this or this or this. And it's not a super negative versus a super positive. It's more just like you have a buffet of options. Spirit's going to say, we're going to give you 2 or 3 options every day. Choose the one that feels best. The feeling is that whimsical, playful frequency that I've been describing through this stream that allows you to find the path that's best for you as a human. Because spirit can choose the highest path, but it's not always best for the human path. So spirit is giving the choice every day through this month, like choose, choose, choose. Do you like this better or do you like this better? Which is better for the human consciousness right now? I pray to see a better way through and to trust it. I pray for clarity and divine guidance. And I pray to see the way through. So there are obstacles on the path that are being cleared. As they are being cleared through the month, it is your job to choose the reality that you want, which it shouldn't feel like I have to choose this. Okay, I'm going to crawl out of the mud. Like, it's not like that sort of a choice. I'm sorry, I don't have a more mental way of describing this. It's just like energy, right? It's more just like oh, do I want carrot cake or chocolate cake today? You're getting cake. Choose. And here's 15-15, this balance on these numerical synchronicities here is wonderful. Okay, if you guys do want to dive deeper with me into this, the Source Code Framework, my monthly platform, it's my monthly program. I teach you guys avidly how to maintain your balance and maintain your core source frequency so that nobody is throwing you off balance. You can avoid all of this gossip, all of this dark magic, step into your athletic performance, which is really your high performance states of awareness. It's your highest states of consciousness. It's your enlightenment patterns, right? Enlightenment doesn't have to be hard. It frequently is, because all of us are constantly fighting off these like negative belief patterns that other people send us. It's about locking into your core source. What is your core source? Most people don't know. I teach you in the source code. It's the purpose of calling it the source code. My guides were like, you have to call it the source code because you're rewiring their source code frequency, because most people don't understand what their source actually feels like. So they displace their power and source into other people, and then they have to get really defensive, and then they have to go through all these psychic attacks and fight off all of these vampires through their ascension work, because they don't know what it is to actually just be in their center, to be in their peaceful harmony, to be resourceful. My guides love to, not just my guides, this is actually like my practice as well, like the practice of resourcefulness. And if we break down resourceful, it's resource. Resource. How are you working your source magic? How are you colliding with source? How are you merging with source? And how are you doing that to the point where you never step out of alignment? If you don't step out of alignment with your source frequency, source, your higher power, will just like, they're saying launch attacks to everything that would attack you. You'll never even see it coming. Like the stuff will just, it'll just bounce right off of your energetic frequency. It's so protective. I go through this in Source Code Framework with you guys. Like I give you the, I have so many different meditations. My favorite one is the spiritual protection meditation that I go through every morning and every evening to strengthen my energy field to keep me in my core source frequency. Typically someone like me does get attacked a lot psychically, and it's been a godsend. It took a lot to get that meditation in. From me, a lot of personal development work to be able to maintain my own core source frequency so that I could be in peace, maintain my peace, and then I can share that peace with the people that work with me. But anyway, so it's a gentle awakening program. It is a spiritual awakening program, but it's done in a very gentle way because I want you guys to wake up in a way that feels pleasant, not in like a rude awakening of nightmares in the middle of the night that then makes you change your life. You know, like that's what a lot of spiritual ascension work is. The Source Code Framework is about having access to me, my energy, my videos, my private podcasts, and my posts where I'm actually like sharing with you the energetics of what's going on weekly. I'm not going to avidly come on and be like, this is the energy of the week, but you're following my ascension flow, and my ascension flow is gentle. So I'm sharing things like different collections of videos that I'm consuming that I find are really valuable. I share those in there in curations. The private podcasts are really great because they're like an entrance and an opening in a more like casual, intimate way into my life and how I manage my life, like how I manage different thoughts or ideas or ways of being and going about living, to show you the habits and patterns that you can begin to adapt, that you guys would not, like, I mean, with anyone that's an expert in anything, you would never know how they're really moving through their life without shadowing them. So the private podcasts that I'm producing on there are really like shadowing me through my day. Thoughts and reflections that I really want to share with you guys to help you move through your awakening in a very, very gentle way. Through the months, because this is a program going through the end of the year, through the months I'm going to be teaching a lot about arcane magic, divine magic, about understanding source, tapping into your intuition, and working with the elements and the elementals. I have a good amount of this already in the program right now. When you guys sign up, when you enroll, you get access to the previous videos that have already been uploaded. There's an entire framework. There's at least a dozen videos in there. So I'm producing masterclasses through the month, and those get uploaded into the framework, into the source code dashboard, as well as like bite-sized videos, like 10 to 20-minute explainers and reflections, private podcasts, curated posts, things to listen to, and lots of clearing meditations. That's how I do my energy work and how I help you clear your energy field so that you can feel free, so that you can reduce the need to get into other people's sticky karmic situations. My meditations help you to stop the mirroring with other people and to reevaluate who you are. These are meditative experiences that help you to realign your own core source frequency so that you can see clearly who you are and how you relate to yourself. That's my Esmeralda meditation for those of you that are in there. And the meditation that stops the mirroring is the Atlas meditation. Okay, is there anything else? Let's see. There's nothing else you need to know. Just flow through your day, flow through your week. And if you feel guided and inspired, flow into my program. It's a really, really easy way of getting a constant flow of source consciousness. All I do is channel source. It's channeling source and bringing it into the program that brings it into your energy field when you align and when you enroll. I do have a couple of really rad bonuses if you do pay in full through the end of the year. I'll give you complimentary access to my program, Break the Mold, which is a 12-week program to help you move through, I would call it ego deaths, but it's really like transforming your identity into the person you're meant to become, which would be really, really great for you guys to jump into before June or approaching June so that you can sprint through the rest of the year with the dead sprint they've been talking about. And then also the second bonus I have on that's through May 5th is if you enroll in Painful, I will give you complimentary access to a one-to-one session with me, a coaching intuitive session. So that's what I've got. There are payment plan options, and my guides told me if you guys pay for the full period, or if you enroll for the full period through the end of the year, that they're going to actually help to guide your energy naturally. So it's almost like they're superimposing their guidance with yours to train your guides how to move through the energy in the way that I move through my ascension practice, which is very fluid and very easy. So they pick up a lot of the extra energy work and they automatically deflect the frequencies of belief or patterns or negativity away from you so that you can see them consciously and more easily step through your own personal ascension practice, your own enlightenment to feel better about yourself, to create a life that you desire and deserve. And then, of course, there is a monthly option as well. And if you guys choose that, I'd love to have you in on the month-to-month option. That's what I've got. Go check out the landing page. There's a video on there that describes it a little bit more as well. I'm excited to rock and roll through May. I think we're gonna have a really beautiful month. I want a closing card. Can we do that? Closing message. Closing message is financial security. Let it rain. Get your bag and banish the curse of thinking that you can't have that financial security. All right? Let the good stuff in. This is a promise, by the way. You guys, like this, the financial security is a promise. Follow this gentle yellow brick road with spirit. Can you guys tell me a little bit, what's this banish the curse? It's like let go of any idea that you couldn't have this. Your destiny, your money, your faith. Like the curses are the things that have been hanging out on all your bloodlines where you're like, am I deserving? Like, yes, and it's right here, okay? May is financial security. Enjoy the blessings. Be present for them. Look out for them. Look for the opportunities. Look for the financial opportunities. They're going to be made really abundant and clear and obvious. As I said that, I saw 1616. I'm telling you, the balance on the stream right now is just so great. Let yourself be blessed. Let yourself be successful. Embrace any success that happens and comes, and celebrate every single success, even if it's small, because it compounds the energy. And the energy of May actually does have it's like a garden. The Taurus energy is like that. Yeah, it's like financial security. It's the garden. You're ready to reap in your harvest and to collect it and enjoy it. That's what I got for you guys. Come join me in the source code. I really look forward to seeing you guys enroll. Feel free to email me if you have any questions or want me to hold space for your enrollment. There's a link in the description below. Check out the landing page down there. You can sign right up there. And I'll see you guys soon. Lots of love.